I explain to the kids, especially, that I treat them like adults, and they respond really well to that. I also hold them accountable, like an adult would be held accountable, which is really different for some of them. It kind of blows their mind.
CT, who directs a lot of the Ashland shows, does a great job of having fun with the kids, but also setting expectations and setting them high and holding the kids to those expectations so that they learn that, yes, this can be fun, but you still have to work hard.
See, he really got us on point, and he really did get us to do the show well. He kind of yelled at everyone, so no one really took it offensively. And yeah, that's basically it.
So I'm pursuing a theater and dance education license through the state. One of the reasons that I'm doing that is because I think what I was taught as a young student really inspired me to be a confident person and grow up to be way more than I ever thought I could be. Ashland is the reason that I am the person I am today. So I wanted to create a space where children could also get that same inspiration and courage and confidence to become who they are.
Well, it does feel different to be in a production together as a family. You can be in the wings, so to speak, behind the legs of those curtains, and you can watch with pride as I watched him do his parts and then waited for me to do my part, or watched my son do his part. And it's each and every night, it's a pride that you feel, because it's you guys and your family and as a unit. And it is something that I don't think that a lot of people get to do, because it's
They're not all as talented as us?
No, not that. But it is a really unique opportunity to get to do it as a family.
I've learned over the course of my tenure with Ashland how to kind of fix and mold and make it work for each kid individually. And I tell every cast that I do a show with that my eventual goal is for you to be proud of the work that you do in a show. That's what matters to me.
Ashland as a whole, again, I know you hear it time and time again, is a wonderful place for kids to be, for adults to be, but just going back to the kids, and it's a teaching theater. It's an educational theater. And again, it's doing more than just doing the performances. It's teaching them how to be leaders, how to communicate, how to be confident, and those are all just wonderful skills.
The kids walk in with a whole different attitude. They are so passionate about what they're doing and excited and thrilled the minute they enter the door. And then once we're in the rehearsal process, I think their joy spreads to each other, and they're having a great time and building that camaraderie with one another. And I think that the whole group environment is really what makes Ashland special.
Whether they're 6 or whether they're 60, they understand that concept. They understand what being proud of that is. And I'll tell you, occasionally I've had the kid who's like, I'm not proud of anything. Then this is the perfect opportunity to create something that they are proud of. It's the whole putting on the costume and the makeup, and you get to be somebody else. And I've explained that, and I've had the chance to explain to the kids about, like, when they're nervous, there's no reason to be nervous. It's not you. It's someone we've created, and you know what's gonna happen. So there's nothing to be nervous about. It's this little secret that only we get to see every time. Only we know what went into this. And I know where you started from, and you know where you started from, but you get to spend 2 hours creating something that's totally magical.
It kind of just happens. It's one of those confidence builders. Like once you've got enough strength to have fun with something, it gets easier and easier.
In 6th grade, in the middle school, they asked, you start band. And they said, what instrument do you want to be? And play. And he said, I want to do percussion because you're in the back and no one can see you. And so when he said he wanted to be in back, that didn't surprise us because he was usually a little bit behind socially from a lot of his classmates. So that's why when he got into theater, it helped him blossom as a boy and young man, and now, man. He really, it brought him out of his shell. It taught him that, it's okay to be quirky sometimes and people will accept you, even though you are a little bit quirky. You're kind of like going, is that my son up there? Because he doesn't like to be in front of people. So it was emotional. It was, and it was cool, right? And just to watch him make the friends that he's made, and like I said, grow as a person.
I just love performing in general. It's something I really love to do. It's a really good way to, it's a really good way to kind of take a break from all the stress that I've got.
It's really fun and you meet tons of new people and it's just another joy in your life.
I've taken a lot away from Ashland and brought it to my life. I think one of my favorite things that I've taken away is the motto that they have, everybody's weird, yet everybody's awesome. I use that everywhere.
I do direct at other theaters. Oddly enough, when the Broadway World Awards came out for Jesus Christ Superstar, that day, 9 theaters I've never worked with contacted me about directing for them. And I thought, that is not what this is about. This is about, it's about taking the student that isn't happy. It's giving everybody a place. For me, it's about giving everybody a place to be. And that's one of the things that we do. We touch a lot of lives in a lot of ways. And that's what's important to me.